Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So today we're going to be covering another round of Nijisanji related drama. Now it's one thing when you have a current talent or their current management making some sort of a mistake that causes controversy, but it's another thing and often even more informative when you have former Nijisanji talents who share stories about their time with the company, and that's what we're going to be looking at today because the former Nijisanji talent, now returned to her past life account, Michi, has shared a very bizarre story. She claims that during her time with Nijisanji, she visited their headquarters, and during that time she made a joke about her silver play button, and then she was almost kicked out of their headquarters as a result. Now, before we get into the details of this current story, let's talk about silver play buttons, okay? This is a very sore subject. Don't bring it up around the Niji sisters. So, silver play buttons are an award that's supposed to be given to YouTube channels who achieve 100,000 subscribers. Now, if you're hated by YouTube like me, you just never get one, even though you reapply for 4 years straight, but that's a story for another day. However, normally, if you're in a company like Hololive, you pass this achievement, you get your silver play button, you can take it home with you and display it however you want, but if you're with Nijisanji, it's a different case. They do not give their talents their silver play buttons. They keep it for themselves and basically treat it as a fancy paperweight for their corporate office. And we have many different tweets, many different experiences shared that make it very clear that's what's going on here. And when Michi went back to her past life account, one of the first things she thought about was, wow, I can actually get my silver play button, unlike my time with my former company.
I also want to get a silver play button. I don't know if I can say that on Twitch, but I'm very new to the platform. Yeah, if you don't know what it is, there's a thing on YouTube if you get like 100K. I've always wanted one. I always thought it's super cool. I saw like a lot of the streamers I watch, they have it on their background and it looks so cool. I want to have one so then I can like put it on top of my fridge. This is the only thing I've been thinking about.
So that clip was from a few months ago, so let's now return to the main basis of this video today. This story that she shared on stream recently, talking about an experience she had when she visited the Nijisanji headquarters and was nearly kicked out and also scolded for making a very clear joke about her silver play button. And for context, she is referring to herself with this name Bethany.
Once upon a time, a girl named Bethany was traveling. And Bethany decided to visit a build-in office in which Bethany was working for. And during that visit, Bethany was very excited, you know, because this is where Bethany is working. So Bethany was very excited. And then as they were giving like the tour and etc., Bethany saw that on the walls, there were a bunch of cool achievements. One of them had Bethany's name on it. And Bethany wanted to take a picture. But no can do. That's okay. That's okay. You know, Bethany understood. Sometimes privacy is a very big thing. And Bethany is a very private person. So Bethany did not take mind into that. But then during this time, Bethany made a joke about jokingly being like, you know the hand gesture where you like, oh, shh, yoink, you know what I mean? So Bethany made a joke, being like, ooh, shh, yoink, like that. And like laughing about it. And then Bethany got scolded for making a distasteful joke. Now, was Bethany right? No. Perhaps that is a bad joke. But considering Bethany was working in the entertainment industry, Bethany thought people would take jokes easily and not have people think that Bethany was actually a thief. And a little bit, that made Bethany feel pretty bad. Because it made Bethany feel like, wait a minute, did they really think that Bethany would steal? What kind of person do you think Bethany is? You know what? Bethany had an ego. 100%. So Bethany's not completely in the right. But it did kind of hurt Bethany's ego just a little bit.
So obviously this is a very bizarre story and another bad look for Nijisanji's management. I mean, it makes them look extremely insecure. She is the one who earned that play button and she can't even make jokes about it or even photograph herself in front of it. But on top of that, what she's claiming in that story is a direct contradiction to statements we heard only a few months ago from the current Nijisanji EN talent Claude Clawmark, who went on a several-minute-long rant about silver play buttons where he claims that talents could see them anytime they want and would receive these play buttons if they would just effing ask.
And now it's gonna stay at the office next to all the other really cool buttons. Which, by the way, I think, okay, there's some people who are sitting here. I guess this is gonna be something to touch on just a little bit, but I talked about this in like the membership post too. Spoilers, by the way, I guess. You know, I guess here's the thing. I know there are some people who are being like, oh my god, how come the livers can't have their own button? How come they can't take it home? And it's like, all right, dog, you know what? If we really wanted one, we could just fucking ask. But whatever, man. You know, I think the bigger thing for me is that it's really fucking cool the fact that I even have a button to begin with. You know what I mean? If I can even have a button, man, that shit's already cool enough. Second of all, I think it's all the more important the fact that, like, damn, I can have that shit next to the other cool people who also have the really cool button. And I was like, damn, I want that. You know what I mean?
So further on in her story, she would also share some evidence that proves that she is loyal to Nijisanji, or she was loyal when she was there, and that this whole accusation that she might be stealing the silver play button is totally insulting and also just ridiculous. How would she even slip out of there with it in the first place? But she would share a story of how she flew 8 hours to return some items that belonged to Nijisanji because they wouldn't answer, they wouldn't communicate with her, and that caused a lot of issues.
Bethany will never keep something that does not belong to Bethany. Bethany contacted them, like, where can I drop them off? And they never said shit. So at that point, Bethany could have stolen it. But no, because you know what, chat? Bethany has a very strong honor code. So Bethany held on to that, flew all the way to where the their job is, which is like an 8-hour flight, and returned it personally. No one was like, okay, Bethany, send it over here. And no, Bethany did that. Even though Bethany could have just stolen that thing, she could have kept it to herself. No, Bethany brought it with her, gave it back personally to the person that deserves to have this item, because that's the kind of person Bethany is. Very big honor code. So the fact that someone assumed that Bethany would sink so low to steal something really hurt Bethany's ego.
So like many other stories that come from past talents of Nijisanji, communication seems to be a very big issue. In fact, this story with Michi sounds a lot like some stories shared by Mint. Ever since she returned to her past life account, she has shared her experiences with Nijisanji, and another situation where communication and Nijisanji basically taking no action caused a lot of issues for her.
Am I allowed to say that? It will be like my first time receiving gifts, so I'm really excited about it because back in heaven, there were times when people would give gifts, and we were told that we would receive them, and I never received them. And I think about it all the time because I just feel so bad about it, how there were people that were giving certain things or maybe bought something with their own money, and then I just never received the gift. So I don't know if, like, maybe I'm still waiting on it. I don't know, but even from previous times too, like, the people would give stuff and then it would just never show up in the mail. I'm really sorry if that happened. That's why I'm excited this time that I will actually be able to receive. Heaven delivery caught lacking. There was stuff too that I was really looking forward to. But did you ever receive your letters? I did receive those. That's why I thought it was strange that I never got the gifts.
Yeah, so overall, we have another example of a former Nijisanji talent sharing something that makes the company look really bad. We already knew the silver play button was an issue for Nijisanji in any color, but this right here really took it to the next level, and we know how far this company will go to keep on to these play buttons that they didn't earn themselves. It is such a petty and insecure thing to do, and this is the next level. They'll basically throw you out of the headquarters after everything you've done for them. They'll still treat you like that just because you make a simple joke about play buttons. It's so bad, but another bad look for Nijisanji. Who would have expected that? But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.